family? This is Tyler with Simply Fragrances, and I'm super stoked to bring you this video. I've been tagged yet again by my boy John Murell. Man, shout out to you, brother. You're doing fantastic. You've only been in the game for a couple weeks now, and you're already almost up to 100 subscribers. You might have passed it. I don't know. I know this morning you were at like 98 or something. You're doing super awesome, man. Keep up the good work. I'm gonna leave a link to his channel in the description below. If you guys haven't heard of him, checked him out. Go check his channel out, drop him a sub, show him some love, and let's get his channel rocking and rolling. He's got a great voice. He's got great content. You guys are gonna love him. So, been tagged yet again. Absolutely love it. These tag videos are just popping up everywhere. It's a really fun time to be in the fragrance community right now. And man, I love it. Love it. So anyways, let's go ahead and get this video started. So what this is a fragrance list, or the fragrances you would buy for under $500 for all year. So that includes winter, spring, summer, fall, winter. So all throughout the year, all seasons, all occasions. These are the fragrances that I would recommend to a newbie trying to get into the fragrance game for $500 or less. Now, 500 is the cap, so can't go over $500. Anything under, you're doing great. So you've made the list with under 500. That's kind of the goal. So at least that was my intention. Now, I did do something like this like probably a year ago or so, somewhere close to that. It was something like, how would I spend my first $500 in fragrance? So when I first did that, I tried to get the most for my money, and I tried to just get like as many bottles as possible. So I went with like the cheapest stuff just to have a big collection. This time, I took my time, I really thought about it, and this might not be your preferred list, but this is what I, would recommend to someone who is just getting in the game. And man, I gotta say, John, man, this tortured me. Like, it really did. This was really fun to do, but man, I did this list probably like 6 or 7 times. I was like, finally this is done. And I thought, oh no, there's this fragrance that would replace this one and this. And man, it was kind of torturous. I stayed up to I think like 2 in the morning last night, and I was like, you know what? I'm calling it. This is it. This is my list. So hopefully you guys agree to it. If not, that's okay. We can all have different opinions, and life goes on. So hope you guys like this. Let's go ahead and get into this. So I will have pictures of the prices in the corner so that way you can see what I'm seeing, but I will also read off the list to you. And all of these pretty much are from fragrancex.com. So that's where I got all of them except for like 3, and that was because I had to go to the people's actual website to get these. So and you'll see what I mean here in a little bit. So let's go ahead and get into this. John, thank you so much, man, for tagging me. Let's dive in. All right, so first on the list, I thought it'd be cool to start with winter. So I'm gonna get my work phone out so that way I can see the prices, and then I'll leave a picture of it, for you guys to see. So first on the list, sorry, I'm stepping on the camera, I shouldn't. But first on the list, I thought, man, this is just a going out fragrance. It's a date night fragrance, but it's also a winter must-have. Now, this does great in the fall, and it also does great in the spring, but this just has a winter type vibe to me. It's just a little bit dark, boozy. It's got that tobacco in there, and this is a masterpiece, literal masterpiece. This has to be in your fragrance collection. If you don't have it, what are you doing? You need to get this. Like, this is a absolute must-have. My wife loves this fragrance. Date nights, I always wear this, and it just goes well. I'll leave it at that. So anyways, this is Dolce & Gabbana, the one EDP. I chose EDP because it lasts a little bit longer. It, projects a little bit better. People say that they get kind of crappy performance, but man, off of me, I have that magic skin, I guess. I don't know what it is. I've always gotten really good performance and longevity. So that's what I'm choosing for the winter and also date night occasions. So Dolce & Gabbana, the one EDP. Now for spring, I had to go with this. This stuff means, it means a lot to me. This is very sentimental, but this is what I think of in the spring. I think of just it finally starting to warm up. It's kind of cool a little bit outside, but you get the flowers starting to blossom, the sun's starting to shine a little bit more. Maybe have a couple rainy days here or there, but new life has begun. And man, I absolutely love this fragrance. This is Versace Eau Man Fresh, Ooh Fresh, man. I don't know. It's said a couple different ways, but Oh Fresh, man, Oh Fresh. This stuff, I did not give the pricing for the Dolce & Gabbana, so I apologize. The pricing for Dolce & Gabbana is going to be right here. That is $59.49. Leave it up there for a second. I do apologize for that. The next one, the Oh Man Fresh, Man Fresh, this is going to be $44.26, as you can see right there. $44.26. This is worth every single penny to me. This is citrusy, it's aromatic, it's aquatic, and it has a little bit of a spice to it. That pink pepper in there really does wonders. Now, the main factor that I love on this is the star fruit. I don't know of any other fragrance that utilizes star fruit, so this stuff is awesome. It's unique. Nothing else really smells like it to me. Some say a Zaharoff. I forgot exactly which one. I'll look it up later and put a picture of it right here. They say it has similar vibes to this, but for fraction of the price. But this is my choice: Versace Man Fresh, Man Fresh, however you want to say it. And then also for spring, I couldn't not have this one in here. Let me find it in here. This one, it had to be in here. I just get nothing but springtime vibes whenever I wear this. Whenever I smell it, it makes me think of just going to church on Easter. Maybe it's because I wore it on Easter one Sunday morning. I don't know, but it just makes me think of spring and Easter. It makes me think of just clean, fresh, hop out the shower type of fragrance. And this was Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. This stuff is amazing. I kind of have a love-hate relationship with it. I loved it at first. Someone told me it smelled like laundry detergent, and that's all I could think about for the longest time. But now I've kind of got that out of my head, and I just smell a great springtime fragrance. This stuff does come to $33.55. Like I said, these are all from fragrancex.com. Go check them out. They got the best deals around. So Mont Blanc Legend Spirit. Now that brings us into summer, and I do have 2 picks for the summer and 2 picks for the fall, so just keep that in mind. So in the summer, I had to get this one. This is a quintessential, has to be in your fragrance collection. Super cheap, by the way, super cheap. Let me find it on here. So super cheap, has to have it. This stuff is just, everyone has this. If you don't have it, you need to get it. It's literally only $17.14, and as you can see from the photo, this is Nautica Voyage. This is clean, fresh summertime in a bottle. Smells like aquatic cucumbers. I know that sounds super strange, but man, this stuff is amazing. Light, crisp, fresh, has a green apple vibe with cucumbers in there, and it is absolutely to die for. My wife absolutely loves this fragrance. I don't know what it does for her, but man, whenever I wear this, she always is around me. This stuff smells great, and honestly, for a cheap freshie, it lasts quite a bit on me. I get a good 7 to 8 hours of use off of it, and it projects fairly well off of my skin. I do about 6 or 7 sprays, so that has a little bit to do with it, but honestly, for a $17 fragrance, you can't go wrong. Now that brings me to my next summertime fragrance. When you're stepping into the fragrance game, you're going to hear a lot about Aventus, King Aventus, Creed Aventus, Aventus. That's all you're going to hear. Everyone's going to tell you to get it. Sell your car if you have to get it. Don't do that. Never recommend that. So what I chose instead that gives you a similar vibe, but kind of goes a little bit different in the dry down, but still a great crowd pleasing compliment beast. I've gotten so many compliments wearing this. This is Mont Blanc Explorer. Now I don't have the little black wrap that goes across it. This does retail or it comes in at $48.54, and you can see that little black strap that I'm talking about. Mine just came off. I don't know if I just got a bad glue or what was on it, but yeah, that's kind of it. So this is the bottle without the little black strap, but does open up very bright bergamot that kind of gives that pineapple vibe. Dries down a little bit, like kind of leathery and creamy. I know that sounds super weird, but I get like a leathery creamy vibe from it with that bergamot and the pink pepper, and I think there's other pepper in there. So spicy, kind of leathery, dry down with some bergamot. Awesome stuff. So now moving on to fall. this to me just screams fall, and this to me, it has a similar vibe. Now, it doesn't smell exactly the same, but has a similar vibe to Parfums de Marly Herod, which you all know I absolutely love. So this is a sweet honey tobacco, you know, kind of caramely, boozy vibe. And to me, honestly, if you're getting into the game and you know you want to try something like Parfums de Marly Herod, I think Mont Blanc Legend Night is a great alternative and a great cheapie to get into. Honestly, like, it's a little bit lighter, a little bit more crisp than Parfums de Marly Herod. Doesn't have quite the depth that Herod has, but man, a great alternative and a great way to kind of introduce yourself to those sweet honey, boozy, tobacco type fragrances if you're not used to it. So this one does come in at $36.41. Now, these are relatively cheap, honestly. I kind of wanted to keep it a little bit cheap. Now, the next couple, they're going to be a little bit more expensive. Everything's kind of been around the $50 to $30 range. These next ones are going to be a little bit more, but I promise you they're going to be worth it. So that was my fall pick. Now, moving forward, let's go ahead. Now, this one, I personally believe that every man should have a gentleman type fragrance. Now, this one took me a while to narrow down because, as you know, if you've been a part of my channel for any length of time, you know that I love the Barbershop Fougere gentleman type fragrances, and I had a heck of a time choosing it, but I really couldn't pass this up. Like, this one's so special to me. It's got that gentleman type quality, but with a modern twist on it, and this does come in at $95 for a 2-ounce bottle, and it is worth every penny. So as you can see from the picture right here, I'm talking about Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. George, I don't know if you watch my videos still, man, but my God, dude, this was my scent of the day, and I got so many compliments. Like, everyone just says you smell clean, fresh, like a boss, CEO, gentleman type of vibe. So this has like a gentleman fougere type quality, but this stuff, it has a pear note in here that it just resonates off my skin, and it smells so freaking amazing. I love this stuff. George, man, you're amazing. You made an amazing fragrance. Yes, so this comes straight from the world of Zaharoff. I'll leave a link in the description for that if you want to check this out. So for a 2-ounce, it is $95, but definitely worth every penny. Now, next on this list, this one is going to be, you know, a little bit pricey, but not quite as expensive. This one, man, this one smells very close to this, if not exactly the same. I've never really smelt a fragrance cologne that has come almost exactly close to what this smells like. If you don't know what this is Baccarat Rouge 540, one of my all-time favorite fragrances. And every time it seems like a house tries to clone it or copy it, there's like this weird sour pungent note in the opening that it just turns me off to it. Like, Parfums Vintage Sunset in Heaven smells pretty good, but there's like this weird sour note in there, and I don't like it. What else? You have Parfums de Marly Cologne. It has a similar vibe to it, but it's a little bit more darker, smoky, a little bit more robust, if you will. And, you know, there's, you know, several others that just don't quite capture it. But this one, as you can see right here, this is Dua's Casino Royale. Now, I got a sample of this the other day. Shout out to Alexandria for this. She sent me a sample along with the Reflection Man by Amouage. And guys, it is literally almost spot on. Like, I think in the dry down, it's just a little bit lighter and a little bit more crisp than the Baccarat Rouge 540. But this stuff for $60, I mean, I absolutely love Baccarat Rouge 540, and the reason why I chose it was because it doesn't really smell like anything. Nothing has ever smelled like Baccarat Rouge before Baccarat Rouge 540 came out. So it's got that bubble, like kind of bubblegummy, yeah, cotton candy, burnt sugar, kind of a jasmine saffron vibe to it, and it smells absolutely stellar, but nothing else really had smelled like it before it. So it kind of, you know, took the fragrance community by storm. So instead of spending the $200 and something for 70 mls, you can get, I think it's a 60, oh, it's a 30 ml. So it's 30 mls, but it's only $60 and it smells super, super, super close, like 99.9% close, at least to me it does. So definitely recommend that one. And that one I chose for just kind of the uniqueness and going out, honestly. Like if you're going out clubbing, dancing, going out in the town for a date, for just to have fun, this stuff is so playful, it's so just invigorating. I absolutely love it. And the sillage behind this is absolutely stellar, like 100% amazing. All right, guys, that brings us to the last one on my list. And so this one, I don't have the EDP. I have the aftershave cologne splash, but I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about. And this comes from the house of Phoenix Accoutrements. This is Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, and this is CAD, or Cease and Desist. This is their barbershop fragrance. It literally smells like, you know, Barbershop, shave soap, stuff like that. But this is my all-time favorite alternative to this bad boy. Now, I didn't choose this because it's discontinued, but this is my all-time favorite barbershop fragrance. There is nothing that comes close to this, in my opinion, except for CAD, or Cease and Desist. And this is Rive Gauche, Gosh, however you want to say it. This is literally the best barbershop fragrance on the market. It is discontinued, and that really, really, really tears up my soul, because this stuff is amazing, super hard to find for a good price. I mean, this stuff for, what is this, like 2 ounces, something like that, 2.7 ounces is going for like $150 if you can find it cheap. So this, the Cease and Desist, let me get my phone pulled up here. This is going for $49.95, and you get 30 mls. But what's great about this is it projects like a freaking beast. Now, let me show you mine. This is the aftershave cologne splash. And as you can see, I use it, but I don't have to use a lot. Just a little bit goes a long way. I shaved, probably sometime last year or whatnot, and put this on, and I put a little too much on. It was great smelling all day. I could smell it all day. Woke up that next morning after shaving, after having this been on my skin all day. I had to shower to get this stuff off. So this stuff is strong in and of itself. The EDP that they got going is a lot stronger and a lot more, there's a lot more projectile to it. So definitely recommend this. I'm a huge barbershop fougere type fragrance lover, so I had to include this. I think that men nowadays, they should still have that manly type smell. So of course Zaharoff was in there. This is my other choice, CAD, because it replaces the Rive Gauche, Gosh, however you want to say it. Sorry, there's a hair on my neck. But another good alternative, this one comes in at like $30, so I didn't include it, but if you wanted to spend even less money to get something similar, now it's not going to be 100% the same, you could also go with a Zaharoff Pour Homme. This stuff, another great barbershop fougere type fragrance, but this one is a little bit more darker, a little bit more robust, has a bit more of a punch in the face, if you will. But man, this stuff, it smells great. Super excited to finally get this in my collection. Just got this not too long ago. So this one will replace the Rive Gauche as well as this stuff here. That way I don't have to spray it as much. I mean, I will definitely be wearing this stuff, but it is super hard to find. And as you can see, I've had it for a couple of years and just barely any juice is used, because man, this stuff is just stellar. So that is gonna do it, guys. So that was my list for under $500, and I'll show you the grand total. Man, I cut it close, cut it very close, but as you can see right here, I spent a grand total of $496.29. So I had about $3 to spare, a little bit like $3 and some change to spare. So Man, this stuff, it was fun. Thank you so much, John. Sorry the video went on a little bit long, but all right, guys, so I forgot to tag people in the video, so my bad. I'm gonna do it now. So that's my fault, guys. Completely apologize for that. So Tyron at Bro Sense, you were tagged, my friend. And then Heathen Sense, he's a relatively new guy to the fragrance com. I'm gonna leave a link in the description for his channel as well. And sir, you are tagged. And then Cali at Cali's Groom Room, man, you are tagged. I love your videos, love the content, love your energy. Can't wait to see what you choose. I'm gonna leave a link in the description to his channel and Tyron's as well. So many links in the description. You're gonna have so many different things to check out. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. So all right, guys, I want to see what you would recommend for a newbie to last them all year. For under $500 or right at that $500 mark. So thanks, guys. Remember, if you love it, wear it.